You are 6 years old, a hair salon in New Jersey, 1998. Your mother is getting a haircut. You are sitting in the corner of the room, bored the way only a 6-year-old can be bored, and then you start singing, not humming, not mumbling, singing, loudly, clearly in tune, in a hair salon while strangers try to read their magazines. A show business manager happens to be there. She hears you. She gives your mother a name and a phone number. The famous people. Your mother makes the call. Neither of you fully understands yet what that phone call is going to cost. You are 7. Broadway, New York City, 1999. You are playing Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol opposite Frank Langella. You are 7 years old and you are performing 8 shows a week on one of the most competitive stages in the world, and you are good enough to be there. The famous people. Your father is a pastor and a musician. Your mother is a singer and a former sign language teacher. Music in your house isn't entertainment. It's the language the family speaks. It's woven into Sunday mornings, into church rehearsals, into everything. You don't think of yourself as a prodigy, you just think of yourself as a boy who loves to sing. That's the last time those two things feel simple. You are 10, Wyckoff, New Jersey, 2002. You write a song with your father called Joy to the World, a Christmas prayer. It gets recorded. It ends up on a Broadway compilation album. The famous people. Someone at Columbia Records hears it. They don't call about a Christmas song. They call about you, specifically about your voice, your range, the fact that a 10-year-old wrote something that made an A&R executive stop what he was doing and pick up the phone. Your brothers Kevin and Joe are pulled into the conversation. The three of you start writing together. You start rehearsing together. A band forms. It gets called the Jonas Brothers. Fandom, you are the youngest. You are also, without anyone saying it out loud, the reason any of this is happening. You are 12, 2005. The Jonas Brothers sign with Columbia Records. Kevin is 17. Joe is 15. You are 12. Nicki Swift. The deal feels like the beginning of everything. It is also the beginning of something else. Your father has been the senior pastor at Wyckoff Assembly of God for a decade. It's where your family lives, literally. The house comes with the job, but now that his sons are signed to a secular label, factions inside the congregation turn against him. People who have been there longer, people who decide a pastor's son's performing pop music is not what the church stands for. Your father resigns. It's described later as a devastating decision. The family loses the house. You are 12 years old and the price of your dream is your family's home. Nobody asks you if it's worth it. It isn't the kind of question anyone asks a 12-year-old. You are 13, a school gymnasium somewhere in New Jersey, 2006. The band is on a small high school tour. You show up at 8 a.m., you load your own gear, you play 30-minute assemblies to teenagers who are barely paying attention. You are losing weight. You are thirsty all the time. You are using the bathroom constantly. You think it's a growth spurt. You think it's puberty. You keep performing. One afternoon, you and Joe go to a pool to relax. He sees your back. He calls your parents. He says, "Something's really wrong. You have to get down here." The doctors run tests. Your glucose level is dangerously high. The diagnosis is type 1 diabetes. Your pancreas has essentially stopped producing insulin. You will manage this every day for the rest of your life. Future of personal health. Within a week, you are back on stage. You are 13 years old. You have just learned that your body is going to require constant management and vigilance for the rest of your life, and your response is to get back on stage within 7 days. That tells you something about who you are. You don't stop to analyze it. You just get back up. You are 13, still 2006. Columbia Records drops the band after the debut album fails. The family is now hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Credit cards are maxed. There is no money coming in. Your father was a pastor. There is no savings to speak of. There is no safety net left. The family moves into a small 2-bedroom house. All 4 boys share 1 bedroom. Your career is now not about dreams. It is about survival. You need to tour. You need to earn, because if the band fails, the family has nothing. You are 13. You have diabetes, no record label, no home of your own, and the entire financial future of your family sitting on your shoulders. You keep writing songs. You are 14, 2007. The Jonas Brothers sign with Hollywood Records. It is a second chance that arrives at the exact moment most people would have stopped believing in second chances. Disney comes next, the channel, the movies, Camp Rock, the tours that fill arenas. At the Texas State Fair, after year 3000 has quietly exploded on Disney, the band has to arrive by helicopter because the crowd is too large to get through any other way. None of you knew it was coming. You had no idea. Almost overnight, you go from 4 boys in one bedroom to one of the biggest pop acts in America. The purity rings come with it, the wholesome image. The Disney machine needs its product clean and clear and marketable to parents and children simultaneously. The rings had started as something genuine, a faith practice you grew up with in church. But by now, they are also a branding strategy, whether you think of them that way or not. You are 14 and you are being packaged. You understand this. You don't fully understand yet what it costs. You are 20. October 2013, the Jonas Brothers cancel their tour. The Twitter account goes dark. The band is over. It is Nick who calls it. You call it. Joe would later say the band had been going through the motions without the heart of it. That the way the brothers communicated had stopped being healthy. Years of being a product together, of having no private self that wasn't also a public brand, of growing up inside a machine. It fractures something between 3 people. Nick would later say he feared his brothers would never speak to him again. 20. You blew up the thing that saved your family and defined your entire childhood. You did it because staying inside it was slowly destroying all 3 of you. You don't know yet whether you made the right call. You just know you had to make it. You are 21, 2014. The solo album arrives. The sound has shifted. Darker, more deliberate, more R&B than pop rock, less Disney. Jealous comes out and reaches number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Not a nostalgia hit, not a Jonas Brothers reunion, a Nick Jonas song standing on its own. The critics notice something. The boy who had been packaged has become an artist who cannot be neatly packaged anymore. The voice was always there. Now the intention is there too. You had been performing since you were 7 years old. For the first time, you are performing as exactly who you are, with nothing to manage except the music and the glucose monitor on your arm. You are 26, 2019. The brothers reunite. Sucker comes out. It goes to number 1, not because of nostalgia, because it's a good song, because the 3 of you have gone away, lived separate lives, rebuilt your relationship as adults rather than as a brand, and come back with something real to say. Nick would describe it as a second bite of the apple and say that this time they were doing it right. The boy from the hair salon in New Jersey, the kid who sang in a barber shop while his mother got a Harriet, who didn't know what was coming, who couldn't have known, is now a man who built something, lost it, and chose to rebuild it anyway. The voice was always the easy part. Everything else required something harder, showing up with a body that fights you, in a family that needed you to succeed, carrying the weight of a dream that was never only yours to carry. You are Nick Jonas. You were born to sing. What nobody tells you about that kind of gift is how much everything else has to survive for you to be able to use it.